One other action, that because lots of people say here that, look, Nigerians need to know what government is doing because we're stakeholders here. And then the question pops up, our borders. We talk about this on a regular basis. And the question is, if we were to ask you, do you know one thing that we're doing to secure our borders?
One of the problems we have concerning our borders is the fact that this is like, let's continue with Cameroon, for instance. You have a family. Half of that family is in Nigeria, half is in Cameroon. So what are we talking about there? That's part of the problem. We heard the Adamawa, what do you call them again, at National Conference, say, look, my friend, if you disturb me, I go to my cousins across the way. But in fact, we even have I think he said they have Adamawa or something there in Cameroon. So it's very difficult to manage or control our borders.
Yeah, but the thing is,
at least such aspects, such areas of our borders.
We said this, it looks as if they give up before they try. Have they even tried anything at all? They only come in here and tell us.
I wouldn't know if they've tried, because remember, I'm not the government.
No, but we've asked them before. We haven't seen.
And they said they've not done anything.
They said it's the same thing. It's difficult to control our borders.
That means they've tried. If they say it's difficult, that means they've tried. I wouldn't know it's difficult if I hadn't tried. For me to say something is difficult means I tried it and found it difficult.
We don't know what they've tried.
Now, if they say, that's what they will not be telling you. You don't expect them to be telling you there. Because if they tell you they try this specifically, then the enemy, because there's an enemy, the enemy knows, oh, this is it, so this is how we come. Even if you watch some of these television programs here and all these things, there are some things that they don't even tell you. Because when you know that, when the criminals know that.
If they tell you that we're erecting barriers in our borders, they're not going to tell you the technical details of what that barrier will be.
But they're not going to erect barriers.
Let me share this with you. Well, he sent in this, he said, well, some of the information he would love to know from the military is ground gained. And he says that isn't any sensitive information. If you say, well, today we have been able to take over this area of Damboa where some insurgents have actually hoisted whatever flag. These are some of the kind of information.
But we get that now. That we get. Or how would we have known about pushing them back from Edo and Bauchi? We get that information. The defense people always give us such information. That they've done this, they've done that. And at times they say, we're even going to. And then people start making all manner of comments. They are going to do what? When they're running away. They give such information. Oh, we've gained this thing. Oh, this one has been done.
I'm sure such information, well, is really not enough because truly, it's just only recently we started talking about highlighting some of these gains, especially when they were moving towards Kogi, getting towards Edo. Just recently, a lot of Nigerians don't know how much they have been able to repel those people. So perhaps they should also work more on information, because the information is key here. It affects the psyche of the average Nigerian, knowing full well that someone somewhere is actually working and starving off some kind of move by those people.
No, you're correct there. Absolutely. They should do more in that area so that Nigerians will have confidence. You know, propaganda. I was in Biafra. There's this man who called Okoko Ndem. You wake up every morning, Okoko Ndem's voice was on radio, with our batteries then, and you would think that Biafra won the war. And that gave us confidence. But if, this day of internet, if you did that, if you now went the way of propaganda, you'll be so messed up by our people. Because we haven't understood the fact that there's no opposition in this matter, that all of us are at risk. All of us, governmental, opposition, regular people, we are at risk. So if the military even gives some of this information you're talking about, even where they are true, you will read on Facebook and all that, some people trying to go around and to find a way to puncture that. That's their job.
Okay, could you tell us, what do you think that security agencies, government across board should do to ensure that Nigerians really buy into this and buy in a lot more if we have already?
You see, there's nothing they have to do for you to buy in. Either you want to buy in or don't want to buy in. There's nothing they can do about that.
Really?
I don't think Nigerians like they are. That's what I'm saying.
They can galvanize.
For you to buy into it is, it's unfortunate people died yesterday. But that brought it closer to everybody. Look, it is all of us against these people. So if tomorrow Buhari is still telling Jonathan, you are clueless, you are in the cause of Boko Haram, that would be very irresponsible. And if Jonathan is also telling Buhari, in fact, you're the sponsor of Boko Haram. That will also be irresponsible. Unless there's proof. And if there's proof, what is the man doing walking around? You pick him up, you arrest him. So now it's dawning on everybody, look, this is our fight too. It's not government, it's not Jonathan. It's our fight. We must unify. If we do not unify, we're wasting our time. They will just be picking us the way they're picking us.
But they have to rally the troops.
Who will rally? Which troops?
Why do we have leadership? If
troops.
If there's
the
nothing,
the troops are under executive. They're doing their work.
I use that as a typology.
Nigerians.
Yeah, because if they do that in the military, why not the entire
Have
country?
they not been telling you, look, this is a fight, we need to defeat these people? But the people say, no, it's Jonathan's responsibility. I'm sure you're on Facebook. Come and hear comments by supposedly intelligent people. That's why we elected you. Go and question.
Doesn't that show that there's work to be done
By who?
to win those people over? By leadership, because leadership needs everybody's support.
What I'm saying here is very simple and straightforward. What are you going to use to convince me, a Nigerian who knows I could be dead tomorrow because of bomb blast? Shouldn't I know that ordinarily we have to work together? Why should I just continue rather than bring ideas that could be useful to you being the implementer, to use? All I'm doing is, you're a useless man, you're a useless man. I voted you in for it. I elected it for you to go and crush, for you to safeguard me. Whatever. What does the Constitution say about security of Nigerians? It didn't say president. It said government. The security and welfare of the people are the primary purpose of government. Government, not federal government.
Who represents?
No, so that includes local government, state government, federal government. So when people are saying federal, you don't need to be made to buy in. This is your life we're talking about. So your wife needs, sorry, just a little bit random. So animals are coming to your house. Your wife needs for you to convince her. First, she will know that, look, she will help push your waist for you to hold that door against the invader. What kind of buying do they want? What kind of conviction do they need? What kind of persuasion do they need?
It would seem that sometimes we're really slow to action, which the country really doesn't need. Slow to action to understand that the Borno State government and the federal government should have been on the same page long ago. Slow to action to know that, we should have met the parents of these girls by the time we realized that truly it wasn't, a make-believe or a make-up scenario to think that some people were actually kidnapped. But now that we have just realized all of this, the Borno State government, the federal government, and even the presidency finally getting to meet the families of these people, what should be the way to move in sorting all of this out? You said, it may not be immediate, given that no one would want to lose any of these young ones' life. What should we be doing as a people and as a government?
What we should be doing as a people is if anybody who has information should pass it on to the security agencies. The security agencies should intensify they are doing well. They are doing well, but they should do better. And they can do better, because there's never best. So you continue improving. We know that there's suffering losses, that are being killed. We condole the families. We praise them for their heroism. But they should continue, they should improve, so that ultimately we'll defeat this enemy that is bent on bringing Nigeria to its knees. Remember what they're demanding. Well, we seem to have forgotten that they had demand. The 12 northern states must become Sharia state, completely Sharia states. The president must convert to Islam. Those are the things they gave. Remember, they gave us that initially, Boko Haram.
But again, I think by now we should have known that those were spurious demands, knowing full well that we have also seen on YouTube and so many videos that they have posted the killings of some people who are even Muslim. So even if the president converts, it doesn't mean anything to them. So that is why I think the way you have highlighted it, cooperation, collaboration is very key.
Because they could kill anybody, Christian, Muslim, atheist, it doesn't bother them.
But do we still think that we don't know who these people are?
You are not asking me the one I don't know, because I'm not in government.
No, I know you're not in government, but again, you talk about Facebook. Let's imagine that we were speculative before now. But now, do you think that we should still be thinking that we don't know who these people are?
Honestly, part of the problem we've had in this Boko Haram thing is speculation. I assume it's Buhari funding it, backing it. I assume it's Jonathan. He's trying to use it to garner sympathy. That's part of the problem. What we should do is, those people, like the one who they arrested way back and eventually, as they say, escaped. I say can't fathom that. I can't understand that. You remember one of the key men who they caught in Borno, I think Borno government or something like that. Then they said they were taking him somewhere and he escaped. I can't understand that. When you get these people, let us throw human rights aside. Let any lawyer that comes, in fact, if he makes too much, he should also be arrested.
You're a lawyer.
No, I am one. I know one for that matter. But you see, we're in a situation that calls for certain kinds of action. This man has been arrested, and he's telling you, look, I love killing. At least that's what I read. And you're still talking about human rights. You shouldn't kill the man. Whatever it takes to get more information from him, whatever it takes to get information should be applied.
Do you think
whatever it takes.
They have said that they were going to publish the names of those who were sponsoring or supporting this group. Till date, we haven't seen anything.
You see, politicians talk, a lot of hot air. Now, leave the political talk. We have serious matter. It has dawned on people that this is a serious matter.
Isn't tracing the funding part of the challenge?
Of course. And I will be very disappointed if they're not tracing the funding. I believe they're tracing the funding. I made some comments my last appearance in this thing, which I don't intend to repeat. I know the number of threats I received when I left the studio. When I made some remarks about how some of these funds should actually be traced, who they could look at. Now, the truth of the matter is, the security agencies must be trying to trace these funds. Because funding is key. These things are not 10 naira things. The kind of guns they're using, for you to even start comparing them with a nation, that they are more equipped, better equipped than our soldiers. That will tell you the kind of money that's being spent to equip them. The kind of vehicles, so many Hilux vehicles are moving in this direction. Hilux is about 6 million for me, I don't know how much, but at least no, what do you call those ones, Talakawa or whatever, we have 4 million to buy one, not talking about several. So somebody is actually providing the funding.
All right, we have to thank you for coming on. Ken Odidika is a legal practitioner, and we've been talking about security this morning on Sunrise Daily. We'll be back after this break. Join us again.